Good evening everyone, Lance here of Offbeat Communications. Nandito tayo ngayon in Union Bank Plaza for their event MeetUp. It's in collaboration between Phildev Foundation and Union Bank. Ang concept natin today is to actually showcase the realities of what it takes to be a startup founder. Paano natin ito gagawin? We will be interviewing 3 to 5 founders out there to ask them nightmare questions or questions that you may not have heard in the media space today. Ano, tara? Let's go network and nightmare. Good afternoon, everyone. We are here in Union Bank Plaza. Together with us is and gracing with us is the CEO and co-founder of Take 5 Outdoors, Sir Jay. Gracing us today is Jill, the co-founder and the founder of Anitech or Anihan Technologies. Gracing us today is Carl of Digitize PH. Sir Carl, kamusta ka ngayon? What are you feeling?
Feeling good. It's nice to meet up in person compared to over the past 2 years. Most of the meetups were actually on Zoom.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice to meet them in person again.
Very happy na I was invited also to here in the meetup activity of Phildev and Union Bank.
Sir, what's been the biggest sacrifice that you have given, for your startup na hindi nakikita ng tao sa social media? They're seeing your success, they're seeing your revenues, di ba? Pero what's been the biggest sacrifice that you've done so far?
I think the biggest sacrifice that anyone can give is their time.
Exactly.
Even kahit Christmas, New Year, you still
24/7.
need to work.
Grabe.
24/7,
Yun lang.
still need to work. And even minsan, birthday ng wife ko, I almost forgot. Or monthsary or anniversary. So, it's the biggest sacrifice that any founder can give, their time.
Grabe. I mean, those are the things na paggising mo, iniisip mo, pagtulog mo, iniisip mo,
pa rin.
walang vacation leaves, no? Unlike corporations out there.
Okay, yeah. I guess in terms of sacrifice, it would be ever since July of this year, I stopped getting contracts for other work. So I kind of gambled. Yeah, I went all in. I gambled. I said, okay, 6 months, I'll be getting investment. I'll get my first project, and for some reason, maybe luck, maybe our hard work. I would like to believe it's hard work as well that we were on the way to getting our first investment now and our first set of paid pilots. So yeah. I gambled with 6 months of my life, turning away contracts, turning away consultancies and research projects, which was my day job before. So yeah.
The biggest sacrifice talaga is actually personal time. Kasi it's your baby. The startup is your baby.
Exactly.
So personal time, sometimes relationships also. Dahil most of your time and your energy should be devoted to the startup.
Yeah.
Lalo na kapag it's kakasimula lang ng startup niya.
As a founder, sir, hindi ba kayo nag-VL?
Walang VL, wala ding holiday, wala ding night. Like, kapag antok na ako, saka matutulog.
Grabe. Can you share to us what is a harsh startup reality doing business or doing startups here in the Philippines?
Oh gosh. Well, for one, the ease of doing business. Yeah. I didn't know how long it would take to incorporate. Apparently, it takes 3 months if you're lucky.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so 3 months to incorporate. So things like that. That's definitely no one says that around here. Like, oh wow, those are the nitty gritty things that you will never see in startup K dramas. That and of course getting going to your path and talking to your paying customers. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. You're gonna get 1,000 no's. Literally 1,000 no's before you get a yes.
Yeah.
And that's also different from talking to investors. Not a lot will really believe in your vision, so you're really lucky if you get 1 or 2. That's basically what we as a team kind of set ourselves in, the kind of mindset that we had. If we could just inspire at least one person in every competition or meeting or every networking session that we have, then we would have done our job right. But it's not always that easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grabe, yan ang reality, no? Harsh reality check.
So normally, a Philippine society or Philippine family is not entrepreneurial. So it's very hard to explain to your parents that you're not going into the corporate path,
Exactly.
but you're going into
Walang
the
stability.
startup path.
Exactly.
So at first, they will always meron silang alinlangan sa Tagalog na suportahan ka. But my tip is always to win a small battle.
Yeah.
Small battle at a time.
Yes.
So you gain their trust, you gain their confidence.
Yeah, sana sir sa Philippines no parang mas may support from
Yep.
our families of doing startups.
Yep. Mm.
Something like Silicon Valley, 'di ba? Sana
Yeah.
may ganun tayong kultura dito sa country natin.
And the culture of this family supporting people who wants to take risks, something like that. Not just playing safe
Yep.
with your career.
Ang hirap ng timing ng government.
Yep.
Because 3 years, you have to, kasi LGU kami,
Yeah.
yung target market. So within 3 years, dapat makapasok or
Yeah.
you should pitch or kapag natalo sa election, bagong pitch na naman.
Ayun na naman tayo, right.
And similar to other startups, I think registering your business,
Right.
expensive, well, it costs money.
Yep.
And you have to wait a long time.
Yeah.
Unlike other countries like sa UK, 1-day process. Okay
Exactly.
na. Dito, parang swerte nga si Jillian na
3 months lang, no?
Oo.
Right.
And other companies. But I think we're the Philippine government is actually going in the right direction dahil
That's nice to know.
may mga plano to make it like shorter.
Yep. Sir, before we let you go, last question. Any tips, any encouragement for our startup founders out there or even those na nasa drawing boards pa lang, dinadraw pa lang yung ideas nila, naghahanap pa sila ng teammates. What are your tips for them before starting on a startup?
Number 1 is make sure that you talk to your market. Dahil mahirap na gagawa kang solution, nobody wants it.
Exactly.
Number 2, actually get good co-founders. Not because you're friends, but then they have a skill set
Yeah.
na wala sa'yo.
Yeah.
And be passionate about what you're doing
Exactly.
because you're gonna give up a lot. Lalo na sa first 2
Yun lang.
years,
Yun
you're
lang.
gonna give up a lot.
Oh yeah.
And be ready for it. Na personal sacrifices
Yeah.
for parang investment for the future
Yep.
of the company or the startup.
Since we do mountaineering, if there's one thing that we learn about the mountains, it is that no matter how far the summit is,
Yep.
it can never be too far away.
Ganda. Ang ganda.
Always continue, always strive.
Laban lang.
Laban lang.
Laban lang. Sir, thank you so much, Sir Jay of Take 5 Outdoors. Maraming salamat for joining us
Thank you,
today.
bro.
Thank you, sir. Miss Jill from Anitech, everyone, thank you so much, Miss Jill, for your time. Thank you, thank you.
Much.
Sir Carl, thank you for joining us today. Salamat for your time, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.